Hey everyone, this is Mrs. McCoy. I thought I'd record a quick video to show you how to set up your science notebook in case you had any questions. So here is my composition notebook. I've asked everyone to get two for class, one for the fall and one for the spring. In your assignment it says to open to the model you made on Friday. You should have had a clean piece of paper there because I asked you to set it up that way. I said get two clean pages, make a model here. So what I'm expecting you to do in your science notebook is to read the notes I gave you on Friday if you were or Wednesday if you were an in-class student. The virtual students, these notes are now located at the bottom of this assignment for you to print, download, and print. Now, if you look, the first thing I did was I read it, and it says to read and annotate. I read about the 3 different spheres of Earth. Anything I was unsure about, like these 2 vocab words, I put a box around. Anything I thought was important, I annotated, similar, like saying the younger crust is thinner, the older crust is thicker. I organized the types of water, the phases of water, so fresh water, salt water, frozen water, water vapor that is found in the hydrosphere, and I made sure I knew the types of gases that were found in the atmosphere. So I took all this information, the solid layer, the liquid layer, the phases of matter here, guys, the gas layer, and then I asked you in the assignment to take that information and add it to the model, because now you have more and you can redefine this model. So if you look, anything in purple is what I added to the model new. When I first drew the model, I drew it round, I added the oceans, and I added continents. I tried to make it 3D because I knew Earth had a core, and I knew it had maybe magma on the inside, and I thought it was hot. I added the North Pole in my original one and the South Pole. I didn't remember much more. But now I know that there is an atmosphere, and I drew it going around the planet. I wrote that it was the gas layer. I wrote the types of gas found in it. Then I labeled, where I put ocean, I labeled the water layer, the hydrosphere, and I put that it was the liquid layer. And last, I labeled the lithosphere, which is the solid layer, and I wrote how thick it was. And over here it told me that it was made up of, the top was the crust and the uppermost mantle. So I labeled that because I got new information. So I could make my model more precise. So I could take the information from my notes. Remember, you're creating your own notebook, your own textbook, and I could add it to my model. Do you see anything else here that I've added? I've added the date. I only have the directions on here because I wanted them in the video. What I did do was I tipped this in. If you notice, I only glued the top of the page down because I'm going to watch a video and I'm going to be able to take notes. Oh, there goes my cat. Hang on a minute, Joel. Joel, get out of the picture. All right. So I'm going to put video notes here. That's called tipping in. You just put glue along the top. So I cut out the box, tipped it in, read it, highlighted it, and then I took the information I gained from here and I added it to my model. This is your output page in an interactive science notebook. It's always on the right. Your input page is always on the left. So I created a question after I read the text. What was this about? The question I created is answered by the text. So I said, what are the parts of Earth? So the whole reading was about Earth's spheres. So the answer I put on my output page. Earth is made up of 3 spheres. One is solid, one is liquid, and one is gas. The lithosphere, the hydrosphere, and the atmosphere. So I hope that helped. I'm trying to show you how to always set up your science notebook. Every time I tell you, your input goes here. Leave room for video notes because you'll be getting them. And your output always goes here. See you soon at Extra Helper in class.